When you think about the 6th generation of Pokemon, what's the first thing that comes to mind? The jump to 3D? Top 10 jumps to 3D wouldn't really make sense. Not in this context anyway, but maybe for a future video. Now today we're going to go over the top 10 Mega Evolutions from Generation 6. We already talked about a few Mega Evolutions in our Generation 3 and Generation 4 videos, but to explain the rules of this list, here's Captain B-Nard.
Thanks, Crash, and yes, the introduction of the Mega Evolution game mechanic in Gen 6 was a big milestone, pun intended, for the Pokemon franchise. By holding a special item, a Mega Stone, a select few Pokemon could now undergo a transformation during battle that increases base stats, and in some cases changes typing and/or abilities. This forever changed the world of competitive battling by souping up both previously underpowered and overpowered Pokemon, making them all now relevant and in some cases broken. So this list will highlight what we feel are the best of them. But it's not just about how good the Mega Evolved forms of these Pokemon are, but also how much of an improvement the Mega is over the original, both in a competitive sense and character design. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Bulbasaur is a Generation 1 starter that gets the least amount of love. Next to Charizard and Blastoise, I can kinda see why. But he's actually the best one to start with. It has the fastest growth and easily takes out the first 3 gym leaders. Competitively, all the Generation 1 starters were trash until Venusaur climbed into OU in Generation 5. Which coincidentally is when I started playing competitively. Venusaur has a great move pool, special attack, and bulk, but it would be even better without some of those weaknesses. That's where Mega Venusaur comes in. Mega Venusaur's thick fat reduces damage from fire and ice attacks, which leaves it with only 2 weaknesses. For these reasons, Mega Venusaur is a staple on many of my competitive teams, and why it has a place on this list, even though cosmetically they just added a few more flowers.
Before Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were released, Lopunny was completely worthless. Sorry Lopunny, but it's true. Its typing was mediocre, its base stats were awful, and its abilities were useless. But all that changed when it got a Mega Evolution. The addition of the fighting type made its typing much better, its attack and speed stats got a huge buff, and it gained a very useful ability in Scrappy. Mega Evolution took Lopunny from PU, which is the lowest competitive tier, all the way up to OU, the highest competitive tier. Just goes to show you what a drastic difference Mega Evolution can make for any given Pokemon.
In the Gen 3 video, I talked about how Mega Mawile was banned from OU due to its typing and abilities. That is no longer the case. Regardless of whether it's banned or not, Mega Mawile is on this list because of how much of an improvement it is over standard Mawile. Mawile itself got a huge boost in Gen 6 due to its new fairy typing, but the addition of huge power means it can go on the offense while tanking hits with all of its resistances.
As I explained in the Gen 3 video, Metagross has always been an incredibly popular threat on the competitive battling scene. The combination of its typing, base stats, and move pool make it a great addition to any team, and while the Mega Evolution did turn it into an even bigger powerhouse, it doesn't completely overshadow the original form by any means. In fact, I'd say that up until the Mega got banned, you'd probably be just as likely to see that on someone's team as you would be to see the regular form. So in Metagross's case, Mega Evolution didn't make or break it, it just made an already great Pokemon even better. Every generation of Pokemon has its mascots, and Lucario is probably the most featured one to come out of Gen 4. Based on Anubis, the god of the dead in Egyptian mythology, Lucario has been utilized extensively in not only the main series of Pokemon games, but also several other games, including the Super Smash Bros. Series and Pokken Tournament. So when Mega Evolutions were introduced in Gen 6, it was no surprise Lucario was chosen to be a poster boy for that too. It played a pivotal role in the story mode of X and Y, as you are actually given a Lucario with its Mega Stone in-game, and made to battle with it to learn the concept of Mega Evolution. This was because in Kalos Legend, Lucario was the first Pokemon to ever have Mega evolved. Ironically, it didn't take long for the Mega to get banned from competitive play due to its amazing typing, base stats, move pool, and ability.
Thanks for watching. Head over to Captain B-Nard's channel for numbers 5 through 1. Which Mega Evolutions do you think are best? Was it a good idea to make them the centerpiece of Generation 6? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow us on all social medias, and then we'll see you next time.